Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's almost time to sell the Hummer. But before I do, I thought I'd take it over to CarMax, who claims they'll buy anything, just to see what they'll offer me for it. Here's what happened. Before we head over there, I figure we should start with a little Hummer value review so we know what to expect. Top dog in the Hummer world is the H1 Alpha, 06 model year only. Those things sell for $100,000. Next up are well-kept 2000s Hummers. They go between $65,000 and $85,000. After that, you got your late 90s Hummers with engine replacement, which sell for between $45,000 and $65,000. Then you have your early 90s Hummers, like mine, which sell for between $25,000 and $45,000. Last, on the bottom of the totem pole, you have the military Hummers, which are selling between $15,000 and $25,000. So let's see where CarMax values it. There are two types of vehicles in the world of CarMax. There are cars they can sell, which they put on their lot and shine up and sell with a warranty and financing. And then there are cars they can't sell. Old, unreliable, unsafe. The Hummer, as you might expect, is one of the can't sell cars. In fact, the Hummer might be the king of the CarMax can't sell inventory. So that's gonna lower the offer considerably. What do I think they'll offer? Assuming I can get about 30 grand for the truck, maybe 25 grand, I suspect CarMax will offer something like 12. Which is not so much of an offer as it is a way of saying, get this thing off our lot. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the CarMax process, let me explain to you how it works. First, they take the VIN and they stick it in their computer system and it spits out all the options. Then they take it for a short drive and assess the condition of the car. Then they check auction results and other similar cars for sale. And then they offer you about 15% less than it's worth. Unfortunately, I can't show you what happened at CarMax due to annoying privacy laws, but I've done my best to accurately recreate it for you. The process began when I walked outside with the CarMax buyer. Unfortunately, the Hummer didn't really come up in his system, so he had to ask me questions about it. As I recall, it went something like this. Does it have keyless entry? No. Alloy wheels? No. Power mirrors? No. Power seats? No. Leather seats? No. Air conditioning? No. Are there any redeeming qualities about this vehicle at all? We used it to crush a Chrysler PT Cruiser. Who's that? That's Al Roker. After that, it was time for a quick test drive. Me, the CarMax buyer, and two interested CarMax employees who were having a slow Tuesday and wanted to see the giant yellow Hummer. When we finished with the test drive, the CarMax buyer got out and informed me that CarMax doesn't really do specialty vehicles and I'd probably be better off selling it to a specialty company or trying to sell it myself. It was at that moment I knew my offer was going to be a lot lower than I first thought. How much lower? 10 grand? 8 grand? 3 grand? He then told me that he had spotted some rust on the driver's side front fender and the roof. I told him there is no driver's side fender. It's all hood, and the body is made of aluminum, so it can't rust. He listened to me, and then he looked at me as you might look at someone who has just informed you that in a past life, they were an elephant. So what was the final offer? $15,000. And the condition report notes that the body is rusty, despite my pleas. Am I worried that I think the car is worth more than it is? Not really. After all, CarMax once valued my Ferrari at $64,000 and I sold it 2 weeks later for $78,000. I think more than anything, it's just that they really don't want my Hummer.